Hey, welcome to the 3rd of November and today's bit of advice. So today I want to talk about not so much goals, because we understand we want to set goals. We want to set goals that are related to what we're passionate about, what we really want to obtain in life. But I want to talk about the milestones that we need to reach to get to our goals. And even before the milestones, what are those steps that will get us to our goal? So I'm one of those guys that many of you know me, but some of you are new. By the way, I've got, about 1,500 people have just signed up on the Bit of Advice Facebook page, which welcome all of you. I'm glad to have you there. Only 90 or so already know me, so the rest are all new people. So welcome. I've built companies since I was 9 years old. I've built some multi-million-dollar corporations. I've also crashed some to the ground at raging speeds. And I know a few things about being successful and not being successful. So today's bit of advice is finding out what steps you need to take. Hi, and Adriana, how are you? Good to see you. Jonathan, good to see you. So the tip for today is to find out the steps you need to get through to get to your goal. So in building all these companies over the years, I didn't have any college. I didn't have any degree or anything. And so I was one of those who, I wasn't anti-college, I just didn't think that you needed it to run a business. And so I would take people out to lunch that were smarter than me and learn from them and go to the library because it was before the internet days. But now, some of the things I want to accomplish have required me to have a degree. So I went back to school when I was 45 years old, and to get a bachelor's degree, and then accidentally got a master's also. Hey, Marcos, welcome. And both in leadership and organizational studies. And now that I run the Yes Place, I really want for us to qualify for some big educational grants and the Yes College and other expansions that we're doing. So I knew that it would be helpful for me to have a doctorate now, especially an educational doctorate. So I'm going back to school right now. I'm finished my first set of classes. I've got another 2.5 years to go. I've only been in it about 8 weeks. But it is a necessary step for when I go apply for educational grants, those bigger $500,000, $2 million grants. It helps if your organization is run by somebody that has an educational doctorate. So I've gone back, and I'll just give a little shout out to Brandman University. It's an online program, but it's also set up that we have a cohort. So I'll give a shout out to Nicole Farnham and Miguel Aranda from the Menifee campus, which is, of course, the best. They're based out of Irvine, but of course Menifee is the best campus, best group to be with. And my cohort, there's 6 of us that are all working together on our doctorate, and we're going to accomplish it. Well, it's a step that's necessary for me because I want to qualify for those bigger grants for our organization. So it's a step I have to take. And so what I want you to do, that's your tip, your bit of advice for today, is look at what steps you need to take to get to your goal. Now, you might be really good at doing that. I'm not. I'm one that lives like 3 years in advance. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're thinking about the end game. And my tip of the day for you is to slow down, focus on what do you need to do today, what do you need to do tomorrow, what do you need to do next week, what are those steps that it's going to take for you to get to where you want to be. For an entrepreneur, it might mean taking a job somewhere at somebody else's company and learning all you can from them. Although, entrepreneurs think that they're allergic to jobs, it might be a step that you need. You might need a degree. You might need something else to get to what you want to get to so you can be the best at it that you want to be. So that is today your bit of advice, is look for the steps that you need to walk up to get to your goal. Thanks a lot. I'm going to go speak at a Rotary Club here in a little bit, so I'm going to head on out of here. But that is your bit of advice.